Hello guys, so today I'm gonna show you, if we can see here, 92 Isekai manga. You don't have to watch the whole video. There's gonna be a link to the Google Doc where all the links are in, so you can just follow that, you can just open that, you don't have to bother with this whole video. This is a re-upload because I got copyright struck by the creators of, not the creators, but of the distributors of Trashero, because I put a link to a site where you can watch manga for free, and apparently you can't do that. So they took the video down. If you can see, there's a lot of the manga that you just type the name in. The first thing that you can see is a link to a website that you can read it for free, but I don't know, their website doesn't even show up. So it took me like 2 hours to gather all the links that are not of websites that you can read the manga for free. It's more or less just My Anime List, Viki, Amazon, and whatever the fuck, and you can read them as you want. It's not hard to actually find it. So let's go through 90 of them, if you guys want to listen to me. If not, the first few of them, like 10 or 20, are the ones that I really enjoy, and the rest of them are just so-so, or there's one or two sprinkled in there that I really like, but I couldn't be asked to sort. I just, whatever. But yeah, so the first guy we have here, this manga, I won't even try the names, I'm just gonna tell you sort of what they're all about. So this guy and her lover, his lover, wanted to die, and as they committed suicide, they got actually reincarnated into another world. And this is kind of unique, where this guy, all he wants to do is die, but somehow fucking kills everyone, and he is more or less just searching for his lover or a way to die. So this show is fucking awesome. Next one, we have The Beginning After the End. This one is pretty interesting. It's more or less just a normal isekai, but it's really well drawn out, and the light novel is great as well. Very much worth your time. Second one is The Guild Official. This guy, hero, this chick, the devil, he came and wanted to kill her, but then they become lovers, and it follows his journey as he wants to have a normal life and constantly fucking her. But yeah. Solo Leveling, this one's pretty well known. It's not an isekai, but it's a fantasy one. This guy has no powers, something happens, I won't spoil, and then he has OP powers, and it just follows his journey as he gets stronger and stronger. And we have this one, The Eminence in the Shadow. In Shadow, this one is one of my fucking favorite. He wanted to start a dark organization that works from behind the shadows, and all of his moves get interpreted really fucking weirdly by his subordinates, which turned out to all be female elves and beast girls. But yeah, coincidence. Release The Witch is also one of my favorite Manhwa. This one follows this guy. He gets reincarnated as him in another world. He is like a prince or whatever the fuck, and the witches are really condemned in that area. So he uses the witches to progress the development of his nation, kinda, and follows his journey. Really good. I think there's like 200 chapters, so you're gonna have a lot of time to watch. This one's really good, but updates are rare. I don't know, just read it, it's fucking great. This one, Game of Familia. This whole family gets transported, they each can pick a god. He picked the strongest 4, but there's a catch. After you pick a god, you exchange a part of your body, so him picking 4 gods instead of 1 more or less gives half of his body away, and each god lives in a different part of his body. kind of observe his journey. Next one we have this one, Kenjo no Mago. This is a pretty popular one. As you can see, it was made into an anime as well. I think it has 2 seasons or 1 season. Really popular. Would really like to recommend it. This is just a normal guy who got transported in a fantasy world. He's not OP, he's not special, he's just a handyman. And you'll see what I mean by that if you read it. And we got Masho Tensei. This is a really popular one, also a very popular anime. Yeah, not much you can say, really good. This one, also really good. He got transported, kind of a prince, I guess. Wants to, yeah, gathering orphans and shit. Get stronger little by little. Also really good. This is really fucking hilarious. There's like, you follow for the first few episodes or chapters. There's one guy that drops into a fantasy world, but then you can see he's not only Japanese, and he has special powers, right? So throughout all the chapters, more and more Japanese people keep dropping in this fantasy world, and all of them have special powers, and just the way they hang out, and the government in that place just fucking trying to contain all the Japanese. Hilarious. I like it. We have this, and I would just like to say to the creators, fuck you. I guess I understand why you copyright struck me, but this is a wiki, so you can't do shit. This guy got transported, cleared the world, got an F rank for his personality, I think, and got transported again, and he does it again, gets an F again, and then again. It's really funny. Next one, we have The New Gate. This is one of my fucking favorite. If you read one, I would strongly recommend this one. This is really fucking good. I mean, you read it by yourself, read it on your own, but this is really fucking good. A Return's magic should be special. This is a manhwa, follows this guy who got transported back in time. Him and his group, I think, saved the world, but he died last second, I think, and got transported back to set all the events in order. Really cool one, all the characters are great, the development is also OP. This is just a chill one, just follows this guy, just meeting people, doing stuff, chill. Vampire would like to take a nap. This is also very chill, just an all chill manga. Demon Lord retry. This guy is playing a devil IRL in a game and gets transported into his world as him. OP travels the world. You know the drill by now. Immortal Swordsman in the reverse world. All I gotta say about this one is a generic Chinese isekai kind of thing. Yeah, 300 years back. Okay, whatever. Let's Manage a Tower, just a generic isekai. This also a very generic isekai. Strongest generic Chinese isekai, or whatever. This is not an isekai, but it is one of my favorite fantasy ones. Doesn't follow her, but it follows a guy who's in love with abs specifically. And yeah, she has the best abs. So yeah, it's a really cool, enjoyable romance story, more or less. So I would really recommend this if you like romance stories. Berserk of Gluttony. So yeah, this guy finds a mask and he needs to kill more and more to satisfy it. I think, or the sword. I don't know which one. It didn't have an update in a long ass time. Or I stopped reading it. No. I am still reading it. Just the updates I think didn't come out. I don't know. It's good. Not the best, but it's good. This one, generic isekai. Solo spellcaster, also very generic, but it's better than most, I would say, for sure. This one, also good. He has a suit which he can set up an auto thing, so he can auto do stuff, which is fun. This, so he is, I think, the worst one that gets teleported out of all of his friends, but he gets level 2 and he's fucking OP. That's more or less all I have to say for it. Generic. This one, he just likes to cook. He cooks everyone. And this demon beast enjoys this very well, so it just follows him around. Very chill. This one's also one of my favorites. So these two people, this from like ancient Japan and this like a modern salaryman, I guess. Their souls share a body with this guy, and it just follows their adventures of making money and yeah, very good. FPS player gets transported into another world. He has a whole arsenal if he has money, so he can buy whatever the fuck he wants, so it's kind of fun watching just fucking normal people doing it with swords and him just fucking pulling out an SMG and sort of blasting everyone away. Really fun, mindless fun. Also very generic. Better than most, but yeah, generic. Generic Chinese fantasy, also a generic one. This one's interesting. A guy gets transported into the world and goes into a female, and he kinda sets his family straight. Shit. I won't link this. I think that's the only one. The second coming of gluttony. This one is really fucking good. So people from modern time get transported into a selection process and then get dropped into a fantasy world, and then they must do something there. It follows this guy who I think was there before, and then the soul of him in that world gets put back into him. I don't know. I kind of forgot. I mean, I am keeping up with it, but it's been a while since I've read the start. Generic one. Also a very generic harem one. This is very chill. Just a veterinarian fixing up monsters in the kingdom. This one, I was kicked out of it, blah blah blah, so he was kicked out and just wants to chill, but you know, he can't. This is a generic Chinese one, or Korean, I don't know, I think Chinese. Generic. Better than most, but also very generic. Yeah, I think I put this one already, but yeah. This one's really good, if you like kind of darker ones. Yeah. Generic Chinese one also. Better than most. This one's good. This guy lived to be whatever the fuck and kind of died at the end, but made a contract with this thing for half of his soul, I think. And then gets transported back, makes a contract with it again, and just kind of goes from there. Generic. This is better than most, but yeah. This is just the name of the manga. I didn't find anything, but yeah, there it is. Generic also. This one's good. Kind of just wants to be a farmer, but gets more and more people that live on his farm until he has like a whole fucking city, more or less. There's a lot of not safe for work stuff. Well, there's not that many, but he does have a lot of fucking kids. Take that as you will. Also very chill. I think he's also a farmer that cultivates monsters, I think? I don't know. Also very chill. Same. This one is good. Basically he got summoned, but before that they give him a week, so he brings in a whole bunch of fucking stuff that could help her and her kingdom, so she's basically the queen. Very good. Broke mercenary, this one's good as well. Generic. Better than most. Also better than most. Redo, oh never mind. This is the yeah. You know what it is. Death March is better than most, really. It really is. Pretty generic. Everyone knows Reincarnated as a Slime. Really good manga, very good light novel. I think the second season is gonna come out real soon. This guy gets transported into another world and becomes a skeleton. This is a better one, so this is a time reversal one. This old man gets transported back into his younger version and tries to exceed himself. I don't remember this one that much. It's kind of the same, but different. I don't know, generic. This one's better than most. Yeah, better than most, that's all I have to say about it. He puts his points into healing and evasion and gets fucking ostracized from the kingdom because he put points into healing and evasion. I don't know. This thing has a lot of killing. Also we'll get an anime real soon. It's just brother and sister, I think, or friends get transported into another world. Generic. He makes guns out of magic and whatever. This one's good. This is if you take redo of healer, but more fucking gore and less sex. So you get this one. This is more gory. Next, we got this guy. Generic. Generic. This is also just a Google link. Healing magic. A lot of fucking. Rising of the Shield Hero, everyone knows. This is, I think he is a, he becomes a doctor, I think, and then gets transported, and he does doctor stuff. Generic. Yeah. This is the long ass fucking name. Death Mage is really cool. Them, and Buck Player is better than most, but yeah, better than most. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If anyone's here, leave a like, and comment if you want me to do a manhwa only. I have a lot of manhwa that I didn't put on here, so if you want to see a video of that, tell me in the comments. But yeah, see ya.